Good evening, Director. My name is Kalen Bomer, and today I'll be presenting to you my final selection for the Southwest Transit Marketing Team. This team was selected for their interpersonal skills and performance in mind. The original 6 members were Elizabeth, Natalie, Susan, Michael, William, and Bob. They were all selected for their diverse traits and ability to cover for one another. However, in order to make it the most efficient group possible, we've decided to cut that down to 4 members. When selecting the final 4 members, I utilized a behavioral approach to decision-making processes. This acknowledges human behavior in the work environment. The selected member that we chose first was Elizabeth for her leadership skills. She's an employee who enjoys the collaborative aspects of her job and can maintain a positive attitude, all while seeing the big picture of a project. It was easy to choose Elizabeth because of her traits and ability to negotiate. Next is Natalie. Natalie is optimistic, ambitious, and a good negotiator, making her an excellent addition to the team. She does, however, carry disdain and lack of trust for her fellow team members. This can be mitigated by Elizabeth's negotiation skills and leadership tactics. Next, there is Susan. While Susan may be new to the company, she is highly positive and energetic. Susan easily works with others and can be considered a go-getter. However, she has a need from approval for others and may lack focus, causing her to have to redo work. This is all right, as Natalie pays extreme attention to detail, which can offset Susan's lack of attention. Finally, there's William. He has been with the company for more than 4 years and is nearing retirement. He is extremely satisfied with his work in the company and considers himself a team player. One of his downfalls, however, is that he lacks motivation, especially if he doesn't see the immediate value of the project. It is believed that his tenure in the company will help to provide the team with a vast wealth of information, and that if he truly understands the project, he will see its worth. When creating a team, it is vital to understand its strengths and weaknesses. This is because managers who want to accomplish their tasks must evaluate them in order to see what the team they're in charge of can do. This team's biggest strength is that they're all team players, detail-oriented, and motivated by challenges. The group consisting of team players shows that the work will be completed as a group and maintain all of the members' thoughts. The detail orientation will allow for a higher quality of work to be produced by the team for the end product. The members being motivated by challenges is a bonus, as there will be no monetary incentives for this group. However, this team does have some weaknesses. The first one is that the members are all motivated by different things, which can pose a challenge to management in order to keep the team on task. The team also consists of perfectionists, which, while that sounds great, can lead to stringent timelines, which is complicated as there's already a tight schedule that needs to be met for this project. Finally, the members have different communication styles, which can lead to failure to communicate or confrontations with the group. The potential of this team is extraordinary. First, the team members all have the potential to be leaders, despite some of them not wanting any leadership roles. This team can all work within a fast-paced timeline and have members that make up for each other's weaknesses. And they all have an understanding of the company's expectations of the group for the project. This allows for performance improvements because the team is working together and not independently, making it easier for the team to meet goals. With an understanding of the team's potential, it's important to know the motivational strategies that will be used to support this team. The first motivational strategy I will utilize is the dual factor theory. The dual factor theory uses motivational factors such as recognition, job challenges, and achievement. All these factors are important to the candidates that were selected to be part of the marketing team. Another motivational strategy that can be utilized is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This theory explains the team's need for security, esteem, and self-actualization. Security comes in many forms, one of them being employment, which is one of the main goals of this team's formations. Many of the group members also rely on achievement, which falls under esteem for their personal motivators. Finally, there is self-actualization, which allows for the team to be more creative and show their purpose. However, when putting teams together, it is important to understand that conflict may arise. Some types of conflict that may arise in the Southwest Transit team would be task conflict and interpersonal conflict. This is because conflict is inevitable in the work environment. All conflict is the disagreement where one party feels threatened by another. Task conflict may arise based on Natalie's trust of her coworkers or from Susan needing approval from others. This approval can put strain on the other members and cause them to question what's to be completed. This team can get through this by sitting through facilitated problem solution statement. Another conflict that may arise is interpersonal conflict. The team may face this because of their varying motivational needs and communication style. For this, management will focus on the style of compromise. This will allow all team members' voices to be heard while providing the best course of action in order to mitigate the situation. Effective leadership strategies that can be used to manage the team will be servant leadership and transformational leadership. Servant leadership is a non-traditional leadership style that emphasizes the well-being of the followers by setting behaviors and practices in the organization to empower them. I believe that servant leadership will be able to increase productivity and quality, as well as the pride in the work that the team produces. This is because teams produce a higher quality product when they feel that their leaders are supporting them. Next is transformational leadership. This is a leadership style that moves followers beyond their own self-interest through influence, inspiration, stimulation, or individual consideration. Transformational leadership will help the team by moving their interests beyond themselves while simultaneously empowering them to be more open and creative with their ideas as a group. The values that this team will be adhering to are equally as important as the leadership of any organization. Conscious capitalism is a way of thinking that reflects the human journey. Conscious capitalism focuses on 4 main pillars. These pillars are stakeholder orientation, higher purpose, conscious leadership, and conscious culture. However, when creating this team, the one that was focused on the most was stakeholder orientation. Southwest Transit focuses on having an employee-centered culture, employee valuement, and the employee success. Southwest focusing on these points benefits the stakeholder. As an employee-centered culture, employees are incentivized and encouraged to produce quality work. Focusing on the value of the employees shows that they understand what their employees bring to the table and how they can improve their network. Finally, by focusing on success of the employees, the stakeholders reap the benefits of the success, which can be seen in increased profits and customer loyalty. This considers the state of the world and acknowledges the potential for business and how organizations impact the world around us. Stakeholders are important to any organization, so it'll be important to understand how the team will affect them. A stakeholder is a person with a vested interest in the decision-making activities of a business. One stakeholder group will be the investor. The value the team creates for them can be seen in the increase in company's profit and revenue by keeping flights affordable for the public. Employees are also another stakeholder. The value this team creates for employees is immense, as if the team succeeds, it will save employees their jobs. Finally, there is the customer. This team will ensure that Southwest is able to keep prices at a standard for the customers without causing too much trouble. When looking at the positive impact the team will have on its investors, is also understand how it will affect the company. It is very similar to the value that it will hold for the stakeholders. When looking at the positive impact this team will have on the company, it is very similar to the value that it will have for its stakeholders. First, the company may see an increase in revenue, as expanding the fleet means that they can provide more flights. Next, it'll save employees' jobs. This has multiple benefits for the company, as it shows they care about their employees and keeps negative publicity off the company for creating more layoffs. Finally, it will continue to ensure customer loyalty and even may create new customers for the company. These are just some positive impacts that the team can have for the company. Now, I'd just like to address any questions that you may have for me, Director, and thank you so much for listening to this presentation.